I was challenged by Gaz Recalls to bring in my favourite video game characters, but you know me, I have to make this weird, so these are my favourite weird characters. The first is the Princess from Slay the Princess. This is the best voice acting I have ever seen in over 20 years of playing video games. Nicole Goodnight does such an amazing job as the Princess. It is incredible that this is the first ever voice acting gig that she has done. You see, what I love about the Princess is that her personality will change depending on the choices that you make in the game. One time she might be flirtatious, one time she might be ferocious. And Nicole plays these different personalities so incredibly well that the Princess as a character can be both sympathetic but also horrific in the exact same breath. You never know what version of the Princess you're going to get, and that is what makes the game so incredibly surprising. I love the main character that you play as well. I think he also has excellent characterization, and kudos to that voice actor too. But the Princess's performance is the one that really stays with me, even over a year after I've beaten the game. So that's why that's my first choice. The next choice is Wario. How could it not be? I love the Mario series and I love platformers. It's a series that I always consistently go back to, but for some reason Wario is always my main choice when he is available as a character option. I play as him in Mario Kart, I play as him in Smash Brothers. I just love the guy. I wish he was in more of the 2D and 3D Mario platforming games. He's just hilarious. And I remember playing Super Mario on the Game Boy as a kid and actually being a little bit scared of the guy, like when he was a classic villain in those titles. It's impressive how they've gone from that characterization of him into this kind of lovable, dumb character. Wario World on the GameCube is great, but Shake It on the Wii I think is the best version they've ever had of Wario. They've got this kind of cartoonish, silly, slapstick version of him that's just obsessed with money, but he's always doing the wrong thing. And how could I forget the WarioWare or Made in Wario series as well, which is one of the best franchises Nintendo have ever done. I love all of the mini games, and I think Wario and the eccentric cast of characters in that franchise really make that a fun game to play, whether you're playing on your own or with friends. So that's why I'm not going to go conventional and pick Mario, I'm going to pick the big guy, Wario. And lastly, I'm going to tell you who my favourite character is in the entire Resident Evil series. And no, it's not Chris Bluefield from Resident Evil 7. In fact, it's Jill Valentine. Why do I think Jill is a weird choice? Because in the conversation, I don't hear her name come up as often as others. She certainly hasn't had as many games as I'd like her to have. Both the original version, when she was on the PlayStation, and the GameCube, I think is fantastic. But I really fell in love with the version of Jill in the remake of Resident Evil 3, to the point where I actually really like that game, just because Jill is just such a good character. She's so badass. The way she flippantly reacts to all the chaos that's going on around her makes that game, which is, okay, it's short and forgettable, but she makes the game memorable because of her performance in the game. I would love to see more of Jill. I think it's kind of weird that they've kept her with the exact same face and body in the CGI movies, but other than that, I would love to see her have a new mainline title or come back in some DLC supporting some of the other characters, because she really is my favourite Resident Evil character. But do let me know in the comments who yours is, because I know a lot of people won't agree with that. Let me know what you think of my choices as well, and I'm going to nominate 3 more people in the comments on this video, so I hope that you guys will rise to the challenge as well. Thanks for the nomination.